And if I can just add, we had closed-door meetings for about 2 weeks. It was very intense, and I want to give credit to Democrats during this 2-week period. I saw more bipartisanship because we were told that it was financial Armageddon. And both Democrat and Republican, behind closed doors, we really wanted to do what was the right thing for the American people. But what we were told by the Treasury Secretary is, this is it. We have to give. Now think of how unprecedented this is. We, the Congress, were asked to give a $700 billion blank check to the Treasury Secretary, no strings attached, and say, okay, we trust you. I didn't trust them. And behind closed doors, I went to the microphone and questioned our Treasury Secretary several times. And I went through the litany of all the extraordinary measures they'd taken, the $29 billion on Bear Stearns, the $85 billion and more on AIG, all of the different bailouts they did. None of it worked. And I said, what is your evidence for this Congress that if we give you a blank check for $700 billion, that will turn this around? Where is your evidence? He had none. He couldn't show us any. And I thought, if you can't show me evidence for $700 billion, you can't have my vote. And he didn't get it. Now, the $700 billion bailout did pass, and some people think that we needed to have it happen, but I think we've sent a signal to Wall Street that go right ahead, roll the dice, because we, the American people, will be there to bail you out. I have nothing against Wall Street. I have nothing against them. But I would say this to every industry in the United States, whether you are union or non-union, whether you are a nonprofit or whether you are a for-profit company. As President of the United States, bailouts are done. No more bailouts. You're on your own. You stand and you fall. You are on your own. And I would put that word out. The other thing that I would do, I would send a letter out to pension funds all across the United States. And I would tell pension funds, whether they're public funds or private funds, I would tell them, you need to get your act together. Because you won't be coming to Uncle Sam crying a river for us to bail you out. Get your act together with pension. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's CJ's. This is CJ's, not mine. Go ahead, CJ.
Thank you, Congresswoman Bachmann. Before we take the last question, I believe we have an announcement from our chairman, Glenn McCall.
Thank you very much, CJ. Are you guys enjoying yourselves? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I hope you're as fired up as I am. And we have over 1,000 people here tonight, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And with that, I would like to say, and we really need your help. You're here up close and personal with Congresswoman Bachmann, our next president, but we have the rest of our brotherings and sisterings that are in satellite locations in this facility. So we moved the Congresswoman bus out front. We would like for her, once she finished with her last question, to go out and greet those folks who can't be in this area. So will you work with us on that? And then you can go out to her bus, take pictures and so forth as she come out. But let's give them some time to see her and touch her. So thank you very much for all that you do. And thanks for coming out.
Thanks, CJ.
The last question will be from Facebook. Congresswoman Bachmann, they see you on the campaign trail often with your husband of 33 years. What is your secret to a happy marriage?
Oh, goodness. What's the... Well, I would say it's not a 4-year term. It's a lifetime commitment. For this, and I don't know if you're up for this. I'm putting you on the spot. Would you like to come up and maybe help me with that answer? Now, I do want to say I have a very big advantage because Marcus has his PhD in counseling, and he's a marriage counselor. So you can imagine who wins all the arguments in our house. Here's my husband, Dr. Marcus Bachmann.
I would like to clarify something. The invitation to come out to the bus was just fine with me as long as you don't touch her. You will. And, there's a political answer, very short and simple, but I would like to give an additional answer, and I'll get off the stage real quickly, is just as important as it is to vote right, it's really helpful to marry right. And, I think this is really true for anyone's success story, and that is, if we understand that it isn't about us, it's not about me, and this culture has a lot to do about wanting for me. If you understand how important it is to serve, you really become a success story, because it really does, whether it's in parenting, whether it's in business, it's a really depth of understanding how valuable the lesson is. It's not about me, it's about you. And I have to say a very simple answer. For Michelle, from a husband's perspective, it's really easy to love this woman.
That was a great answer. That's why I've been married 33 years. You're coming on the trips all the time. I just want you to know that. Well, you've been a wonderful audience. I can't believe that was the last question. Is it okay if we come back and do this again and run? We absolutely adore you. You are just wonderful people here in South Carolina. We thank you for the wonderful, warm welcome that you've given to us. Again, please go to MichelleBachmann.com. Sign up on Facebook and Twitter. We want to communicate with you because we intend to be the nominee to take out Barack Obama in 2012.